Let me just get YouTube up and running on the other computer. Crazy morning, snowstorm, kids going back to school, and the talk of the truckers striking in Canada, going to Parliament in Ottawa and really just like shutting everything down for transportation in Canada. So if you're in Canada, you might want to stock up on some food and water and medicine, whatever you need for the next 2 weeks. Maybe go get it now. Just a thought. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm going to tweet out the link. I am starting a little bit later today. Let's tweet this out here. Command V. And put DWAC on here as well. And the link. Done and done. All right. I got it up and live. Let's open up the big screen over here. It is, what day of the week is it? Wednesday, January 19th, right? 2022. All right. Got it there. So I've got you guys live. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. Today is a classic retracement day, right? We came all the way up here, almost hit the 4 EMA, totally positioning on the SPY in my opinion today. We had a big down day. You can see here, big down day, position day, big down day, position day. Are we going to overtake this candlestick with a higher volume, which would indicate, hey Troy, which would indicate a potential reversal? That could happen, right? But right now we are in a downward motion. We are in earnings seasons right now. And on the weekly chart, let's check it out if we have really broken the 4 and the 8 EMA on the weekly chart. And we are below them. We have not broken down below the 24 EMA. I really like to look at that as the point at which I'd say, hey, this trend has changed. You can see that we had the drawdown last September, October area, and we came down and tested it, but we never closed below on the weekly. So if we have a weekly close below 454.11, get ready for the correction. That's what I'm going to say. All right. So that's what's going on with the SPY. The Qs are up a bit stronger today, but they are still, how come it's not moving together? They're still somewhat going sideways. So, hey, David, welcome. Still going sideways. So we did hit this yellow trend line that has been set up from the past, a 20, no, this is an anchored volume weighted average price right here that we bounced off of today. And we have this really cool, interesting wick. So are we going all the way down here to 367? My mind would be like, hey, I'm thinking maybe that could be a sign of something. So maybe we're coming all the way down here, and this is just positioning for the big guys, moving up and down, but not going anywhere quickly, right? IWM continuing this move down on the day. From yesterday, we are below this box of consolidation. Let's get rid of this one. And I'm going to save this. Hold on, let's really quickly save this, rename. Today is the 19th. Let's save it as the 19th and save that. All right, beautiful. So we're coming down, testing my, hey, if we go below this potential short trade. So it did offer a short opportunity earlier today. Looking to see, I would see if we close below 205.50, bear trade potentially on then for the Russell 2000. So we are below this big box of consolidation, right? I would look more for that weekly chart as well. Are we going to stay below it this week? We've had a couple tests where it did test below. You can see we're testing this trend line. I did call it out yesterday saying, hey, I think we're going to test this trend line. Let's look further than maybe on down here, 195, and then down to 186. So it's right where I thought it potentially would be, breaking down. If this was all selling for almost the entire past year, right? Because we had more of a drop down, shoot up, and then sideways price action. So if we could break down below, I would feel big bull move if we broke above 232.50. However, we are breaking down below that, so watching to see if this is going to be a full-on bear move correction. Right here, we came down below this, so 155 would be a conservative number, in my opinion. If we were to really crash on this one, I think we're going to be going much lower. Let's look at on the bigger picture on the monthly chart. Again, down to roughly 118.109, which is roughly 50% correction. So I am going to put it out there. I'm going to say I think we could be having a roughly 50% correction on the market as a whole. Are you ready? Have you put in stops? Have you protected yourself? If that were to be the case, you know, for the past 18 months, it has been a strong bull market over the past, let's see, since back here, 2010, past 12 years overall, it's been bullish with a couple little mini corrections along the way down here to that 50 simple moving average on the monthly. So that would put us at 172. 172, 155. If we go below 155, watch out. 110 is probably in the picture. Okay, let's go to Dow Jones. Check it out. Dow Jones Industrial Average, looking to see, hey, potentially we're going to correct back down here, 350, so another $3.80. We are middle of the day, so looking to see where we end up the day. Remember that when people used to chart out their charts, they would look at the close of the day. That is a very strong number, the close, right? So looking to see where we end up. Are we going to close below yesterday, below 352.50? If we do, get ready. Tomorrow could be a doozy. And then Friday, we might have a bit more of a retracement, but I, in my opinion, feel like this is like January, the week of Martin Luther King of January 2020, where we did have a bigger drop on the Thursday. So get prepared. Put on those seatbelts. We might be in for a wild ride. All right, let's look at the list over here. So we had Sophie on the list as a potential long, up above 14. Had a bit of a correction today on that. Let's go to the side-by-side charts so we can look at them. And weird, my levels are not showing up. There we go. All right, so we did have a drawdown, came down to 1350, a little short there. Let's check out Bank of America on the earnings announcement as well. Bank of America gapped up, shot up, went up above pre-market. However, it's in a don't trade area, right? This is earnings. Don't trade until there's a definitive move. Maybe this is more positioning as well. We've got Ford up on the list today. Look at that beautiful short retracement all the way back down to that 24 EMA and the trend line. Looking to see, hey, is this volume coming in? Are we going to reverse here? And we're going to see this move to the upside, potentially. Now, a reminder, if you guys do want to come and learn more about dark pools and trading around the dark pools, come on over to thedarkpools.com and check out the training pit. All right, let's check out Apple. So Apple right here. Apple, again, another one. This will pretty much dictate what's going on with the SPY and the Qs. Looks very reminiscent, right, of the SPY and the Qs today. Apple does have that strength. So we did have a bigger drawdown below 169.25, came all the way down to 167.50. Hey, ding, we hit that 50 simple moving average on the 24-hour chart. We do have earnings coming up. Is this going to be a bounce from here? How many times have we had that in the past? It happened back here just at earnings where it drew down. This looks reminiscent of that right here, right? And then it drew down further. So we had how much more of a move below? It came down roughly. It's not coming all the way down. 4%. So if we come down 4%, maybe we're going to come down to this trend line here down to 158. All right, let's look at Morgan Stanley today. Earnings as well, and sort of sideways, right? It shot up to 99.50, and now we're in that not going anywhere quickly. So let's put that on pause. Plug today, set up. It had downward momentum this morning. Did have a bit of a continuation down to 21.40, so 80 cents to the downside. Nice little trade right there. Open as well. Also very similar chart setup and very similar price action. Did continue to move down this morning and I'm looking to see, are these going to set up for a reversal at the bottom? We do have higher volume today. So I'm watching plug and open for a bottom reversal setup. BCS had bigger volume the past couple days. Look at that high volume yesterday, breaking down, and continuation move here. Would look for this to come down potentially to $11 in a couple days. Barclays, another bank, right? We're seeing a lot of bank stocks pulling back from their highs. Yeah, we'll look at Costco. Sure. Let's check out Cisco. So Cisco Systems pulled back to that 50 simple moving average, and it has had a long trade today. Looks like a close print that was maybe later today. However, we are hovering up above, so a little bit of a trade here, not too much. And AT&T with their rollout of 5G, is it really going to affect AT&T? Aviation, FAA in the US, a lot of companies have halted their flights to the US based on the 5G rollout and the safety of those planes with the altimeters being scrambled by the 5G networks. All right, let's look at Costco really quickly. I do have to go out, run some errands, go to the post office, mail off something for my mother-in-law. So let's look at Costco. All right, so Costco, we have had a bigger drawdown. Does look like on the daily chart, it does have some bearish momentum over here. And I would watch to see, hey, are we going to break up above 500 with higher volume? We had a higher volume yesterday, but we want to see if we're going to be able to overtake yesterday's volume. If not, if it bounces, it's 500 and it reverses back down, I would look for 477 as my target. Earnings already happened back in December, so we do have another 2 months before we're going to see earnings from Costco. So getting ready. Are we going to complete this wave all the way back down here to the 200 simple moving average down to 450? That would be my ultimate target. 477, 465, 460, and then down to 450 would be my targets if it were. But it might have a little bit of a bounce here, bounce up, and then a move down, bounce up, and then a move down. You see it's already happened a little bit. Down, bounce. This could be another bounce, and then third bigger move to the downside right here, potentially. Not saying for sure, but watch those areas, right? Go to. So Gautu, I don't know this, but it does look like a bottom potential reversal as well, less than $5. So you are not going to see hedge funds and mutual funds getting into this. It does look like it's hitting a resistance here on the daily chart. See how many shares. It does have 146 million in the float. Looks almost like it had a split or something, but once it went below $5, definitely lost a lot of volume because, or had big volume, people were getting out of it because they cannot hold it on their books. Mutual funds and hedge funds typically are not allowed to hold stocks less than $5. So that's likely where this broke down. I have no idea if it has to do with the technology services from China that have been banned. But it looks like they are floundering a little bit. And potential, the movement indicator right here says it's got a potential for it to curl off of the bottom here. I would look for it to break up above 250 because at that point you're likely going to have more volume and momentum getting into it. As you can see, when it went up above the 50 simple moving average here, went from 3 all the way up to 4, so you had a 33% gain right there. So looking to see, hey, we had bigger volume here. It did test the 20 simple moving average. Does look like a bit of a trend change right now. If I were to get into this, I would use roughly a 11-cent stop back down to the high of the close of yesterday as my stop right there. All right, and also the moving averages right here. All right, Airbnb. Let's what's the ticker on that? Airbnb. Oh, I'm on indexes, that's why. There we go. So Airbnb, I know that they were hit a bit with the pandemic, everything like that, with people traveling, right? So this looks like it has a bit of an H setup to me, right? So that means if we break below 150, watch out, this could be heading down to 140, 130 area. However, if it does bounce off of here, watch for it to break up above 170. That's my thoughts on Airbnb. All right, guys, oh, Tesla. Yeah, let's look at Tesla. So Tesla, I did mention it yesterday. Thank you for shouting that out. And also DWAC. Let's do Tesla and DWAC. So Tesla, yesterday I said, watch this. We've had a bigger print yesterday at 1054, and we are below it. So watch maybe what they're going to do. They'll go down and then up, break above this. I would really need it to break up above this trend line here, though. And otherwise, let's see if it breaks down below over here, below all of these wicks. Right now, it does have bearish continuation movement to it. And DWAC is the one that all the mainstream media love to hate, because this is Truth Social, right? It's due to come out. February 21st is when this is due to be announced. So we had bigger volume yesterday. Let's check out the short sale volume, right? 28 million. Every 3 million is roughly 10%, right? Just over 12%. So how many shares were short yesterday? We can see that people are starting to build their short positions in DWAC. We are looking like an inverted head and shoulders, sort of spread out over here. Yeah, there was, Josh. There was a big print. Yeah, I caught it yesterday. 1054. Watch that level. So 55%. So people are starting to build more. Look at that. 9 million shares that were shorted yesterday. They felt the pain this morning, right? That's why it gapped up. But it was a gap and crack type scenario for DWAC. Does that mean that it is going to stop from here? Well, let's see. Let's watch it ride these waves. It does have bigger moves. It could pull all the way back down to 71. That would be a potential add point if I was not already in it from $12. So I'm watching this also personally in DWAC and DWAC-W, the warrants, that these are, if you were to exercise, it would be for $11.50 per share. All right. So looking at that, these are trading very nicely, right? And looking to see if we're going to break out above 36. And also, are we going to hold up above 89, the 24-hour resistance, which we've tested, sold off from it? Are we going to close up above 89 and translate up above 36 over here? All right. So have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Busy mom, got to go run my errands. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all tomorrow.